Hey y'all, it's Laura and welcome back to How to Build a DIY Stash Kit. This is a series we're going to be doing all year long. Every month I'm going to create a new stash kit using brand new inspiration. Now make sure to subscribe and hit that little notification bell as well so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. We're going to be building a kit today with a brand new inspiration, and then I'll be using it at least once a week for a video showing you how I'm going to use it. You don't have to use the same exact items as me, the same color scheme as me. Use whatever you like, but I'm hoping this will help you dig deep into your stash and not be distracted by all the new and pretty things. So let's go see what this month's inspiration is. So for August's stash kit, I decided to use some home decor as our inspiration. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the kind of home decor that I would like to use for this prompt, and I really wanted something that was really colorful and vibrant. And so I found this picture on Pinterest of a pillow, and I really loved all of the mix of colors that they have in this pillow and thought this would be a great starting point. So if you don't have home decor that inspires you, look it up on Pinterest. Great inspiration for a kit. Now, before I show you what I've put into this kit, let me show you how I create my kits. This is the recipe that I use for all of my kits every single month. So if you are brand new, go ahead and screenshot that, and that'll help you create your own stash kit of any color scheme you like. So let's go ahead and dive in. This kit, I felt like it needed a starting point. So I grabbed a piece of paper that I thought did a pretty good job of bringing in a lot of the colors. So this might seem a little off, but it's really not. When you hold the photo up to it, you'll see I'm bringing in the blues from the top. Of course, we have some of these kind of ochre colors, and the taupe, the blue shades are very similar to what's in the deep background here. And bringing in some of the this is an evening shot, so it's got a bit of an orangish red glow to it. It's got some pinks in the horizon, and of course some teals and greens in the grass. So this looks a little bit bright, but really it does a pretty good job of bringing in a lot of the colors from this pillow. So starting with this is from Hip Kit Club. It's Keeping Cozy, and it's called My Happy Place. So we have this beautiful stripe, and per usual, I have two sides to my kit. And this time I decided to go with a busier side and then a very neutral side. So you're gonna see a mix of a lot of neutrals with busier, brighter pattern papers. And that's, again, working back to the photo, there's a lot of neutrals. We've got the brown from the hills. We've got lots of, like I said, golds and tans and things like that. Really light pale colors mixed in with the vibrant colors, and that's what we're looking for, a mix of vibrant and neutral. So the second paper, here's one of those neutrals. This is from Pink Fresh Studios Office Hours, and it's called Busy. And see, it's just a very nice, light kind of, it's pink, but it's also very taupe-like. It's very, very neutral paper. Would be a great background. And then here's one of the busier ones. This is from Asuka Studio, and it's from Weathered Wood and Crystals, How Light. So a nice blue wood grain. Brings in plenty of these blues here. So we've got both the darker blue and the lighter blue in this one. Now we've got another neutral paper. This one here from Echo Park Celebrate Autumn, Fall is Fun. So a nice kind of pattern here that is very canvas feeling and a very, very good neutral. Another busy pattern is this cut apart sheet from Pink Fresh Office Hours called Hustle. So bringing in again those reds and the blues, some of the tealy greens here, going a little bit more, well, I guess it's not quite teal, but it's close. And it matches quite nicely with this one here, the blues especially, as well as those pops of red. And then for another of the neutral papers, I have this really pretty green. Now there's no branding strip on it. So that leads me to believe it's probably from Studio 40. I think that's the only brand I have that doesn't have a manufacturing strip. So we got a nice green ombre on a diagonal here. So we've got, you know, busy, neutral, busy, neutral, busy, neutral. This is a great way to set up your kit if you're not comfortable with big, bold, bright colors, is to do some bold colors, but then keeping it neutral at the rest of your kit will make it much easier to use those bright, bold colors. So bring in another bright, bold paper. Here's this beautiful paper from Out and About, Pink Fresh Studio, and it's called Explore. And I love how it brings in a lot of the colors from the original papers, as well as from some of the papers we've added in. Another great neutral paper is this one here from Amy Tangerine's Picnic in the Park. As you can see, just a white background with some teeny tiny florals, a very good neutral paper in that it doesn't have a ton of bold color, right? It's very, very simple pattern, very easy to use. I consider that a bit of a neutral. Now, another busy one. Let's bring in Little Dreamers from Echo Park. This one is called Dancing Dots. So a lot busier, and it feels a lot brighter, but it has a lot of the same color tones. I was especially looking for this kind of periwinkle blue and these pops of pink and darker red. So I really want a good mix of colors here so I don't get bored. But let's bring in another neutral, shall we? This is Reaching Out from Jen Hadfield. This one's called Better Together, and it is a cut apart, which I always try to include at least one of in my kits. This has a lot of soft colors to it. I consider a navy and neutral, so this is a nice neutral paper. A little bit louder paper is this one here, and it is from Really Rainbow Christmas by Lawn Fawn. And it's Rudolph Reds. It's a really nice grid paper. So it's a nice, bright, bold red that, as you can see, works quite nicely, especially with this paper and with this paper. So we've got another bright, bold color added in. For a softer, more neutral one, I've pulled in this Buenos Dias paper that is from Obed Marshall, and it's called Petals. So it's just a nice light blue background with some daisies on it. Very simple pattern, not too crazy busy, no wild color schemes. I consider this more of a neutral. Maybe not a full neutral, but more neutral. So add that one in. And last but not least for the paper, we have this one. Jen Hadfield Reaching Out, Here for You, a much busier pattern here. But again, we're pulling in a lot of these same colors, stretching it out just a little bit though. This has a few colors that aren't in the original color scheme, and I think that's okay to challenge yourself and to bring in more interesting color schemes to your kit, so you're not just stuck with 3 or 4 colors and trying to make 10 layouts with the same 3 or 4 colors. I personally get very bored, so I don't do that. So this is the kit for August. It's got a little bit of bright and bold, but it's also got those softer neutrals. So for me, that's kind of like transitioning out of summer and heading into fall, and that's the feel that I get from this kit, which is absolutely what I was going for. Now my specialty paper is this Bella Boulevard cutout. So it's got a large rainbow with clouds and then some smaller clouds. So on the back, you'll see they have these designs that help you back the cut files. So that should be a fun one to play with. For my small paper pad, I have this We Are Memory Keepers Crush, which, as you can see with the first paper, lines up pretty well. It's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but the yellow is right. We've got some of the navy. We've got some of the pinks and reds, a little bit of teal here. I think it works pretty well. So that is my paper for the August kit. I'm going to push these aside and then get to our embellishments. To start with, I've got some pocket cards for my layering pieces. That's the first type of embellishment that I include. So I use these pocket cards behind my photos or for journaling spots, things like that mostly. And sometimes I use them to map my photos. I also had a few of these Jen Hadfield little ticket tags that were left over from a previous collection. So I thought I'd go ahead and tuck those in because they matched fairly well to the collection I'm working with. I also decided to try something a bit different and brought in a printable Tracy Reed collection for some of my ephemera. And I really like this one. It's all about taking selfies and documenting your story. So I really thought these colors mixed in beautifully. Some of them are a little bit richer than my papers, and that's okay, because like any ephemera pack, nothing's gonna be perfect if you're mixing collections. So I'll just use what I can, and what I can't will go back into my stash. I also brought in an ephemera pack from Citrus Twist. So this is a nice mix of colors to it, and just gives me a pretty big variety of layering pieces specifically, because I've got some florals and hearts and things like that for clustering here. This is great for layering. So those are my layering pieces. Up next, I have textures. So for textures and scattering pieces, I've brought in some Sweet Story puffy stickers. So those are perfect for the colors of my collection. I've brought in some of these little puffy stars that are a bit gold. I've got the Hello Love wood veneer from Crepe Paper. This is an older set that I had already opened and used some of, so I have those pieces left over. I just grabbed a few epoxy flare, as I always do, in colors that worked with the kit. So a few 3D items there. For my scattering pieces, I brought in some enamel dots. These are from Freckled Fawn. These ones are from Cartabella. So the colors should work quite nicely with my kit. I grabbed some washi tape. So I have a navy, I have a dark Tell Your Story, and then this blue glitter one, as well as a really pretty soft pink. Really like those. So that's a bit of trim. Then I have stickers. So I normally include 2 sticker sheets and a sticker book. This time I'm cheating a little, just a little. So I'm bringing in this Echo Park Little Dreamer 12 by 12 sticker sheet. Not all of these are going to work for me. A lot of them are very little girl themed. So knowing that, I did give myself an extra small sticker sheet. So let me slide these in just here. And I grabbed this little Here Comes the Sun from Pretty Little Studio word phrase stickers. So I thought these would work. They've got some colorful ones, but mostly they're black and white. And then the Reaching Out sticker sheet. Since I have 2 papers in this kit from Reaching Out, I figured this was a good option to include because it'll have a lot of the colors and icons that work well with those papers. So that's my 2 sticker sheets with my extra one added in. And I decided to grab the sticker book from One Canoe 2, which has a lot of the colors and a slightly more muted color scheme, which is really helpful for blending together all of the different colors that I included in this kit. So that's it for my stickers. For titles and alphas, I decided to bring in a couple different things here. I've got some Heidi Swap acetate, and I'm just going to use these 2 that say happy and together. So I'm going to include those in my kit. I have a large alpha from Dear Lizzie called Fox, and it's glittery navy. And then I have a smaller alpha from Pink Fresh Studios Office Hours that has that really nice corally pink that is throughout my beautiful kit. So, and for my mixed media and or tool, I'm including this Pink Fresh Studio chevron stamp. So it's several different pieces that I have yet to use. So I definitely wanted to pull it in to one of my stash kits so that I can give it a try. So that's it for my August stash kit. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Can't wait to dive into this one. It is definitely a color scheme that I really enjoy. Love mixing dark neutrals like gray and black and navy with bright but soft colors like coral and periwinkle. Ooh, super excited to dive in and cannot wait to get my hands on this kit. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. And until next time, bye.